Oh my gosh. Wow. Hey everyone. So, yeah, we've got an awesome video today. I'm so excited. It's gonna be amazing. So, I'm gonna get into that in just a second, but first, you may have noticed that things look different than normal. Well, I am very, very happy to tell you all that I got a new camera for Christmas. I'm so happy. It's gonna be amazing. This is like a top of the line camera for specifically, you know, making YouTube videos. So yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. So I guess without, you know, now that that's out of the way, let's get into the meat and potatoes. I received a big old box from Derrick the Rock Master. You've seen him in Kyle's videos, I'm sure. And oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. I'm so excited. So yeah, let's get into this because oh my gosh, it's been so hard to not just immediately go into this, but I wanted to wait for an unboxing. So yeah, let's do that. You guys, this is actual madness. Look at the pile of glory. It's so nice. There's so much stuff in here. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm gonna get the tripod out so that I can set this down so I can have both hands to work with, and we're gonna have to get some close-ups. And needless to say, obviously, we're gonna do some cutting. Oh, that's so exciting. There's some in here. I mean, they're all awesome. Don't get me wrong, but there's some in here that like. I kind of had to pick my job off the ground a little bit, like this one, You won't believe the backside of that, and this one. It's so cool. All right, anyway, let's do this. All right, so we've got some awesome pieces, like this. Where am I? There I am. Focus, please. Focus, please. There we go. Look at the fortifications. The crazy fortifications, and there's big pockets in these. Like, I'm not gonna go through and show every single one just because there's a gorgeous, gigantic pile right here. But I mean, look at that. They're so nice. And that's just the outside. These ones are some of my favorites. Look at that big old pocket. It's so crazy. That's gonna be so nice. And then we've got, oh, where's some of them? I had them set aside so that I could show you specifically. This one is so light. It's so unbelievably light, and it's not that little, which means it's probably gonna have some awesome stuff down inside. Then we've got these two, which I mean, just look at that. Look at the coral texture on there. It's so cool. And again, very, very light for its size. We gotta cut that one. This one, I don't even know if I can cut it. I mean, we probably have to, because I mean, I think that was the whole purpose of getting, you know, them sent to me, but it's just so cool. Look at that. It's like a perfect coral. Just absolutely perfect. All right, and then these ones are my favorites, which I am so freaking excited to get inside of. So we got this right here. If you look, I don't know if it's gonna show or not. Maybe we can force it to. Focus, please. Maybe. Am I too close? Oh, yeah. We got some druzy in there. And it's that gorgeous, like, pure black druzy, like this. Alright, so we're set up and ready to cut. I am going to hold on to some. A, because some are way too big to cut on this saw. And B, I want more to play around with later. And some I just want to keep raw. But these are the ones I have selected. We should get some amazing results out of these. They're all really, really nice, and I don't know what to expect, honestly. So let's do it. Okay, these are cut. I have another batch that we're gonna cut too, but figure we could get some close-ups on these first. All right, so here they are. I'd say they're amazing. They're just, there's no such thing as a boring piece of this stuff. So I guess let me adjust my camera and we'll get closer. So pretty. All the like bands in that one. Oh, it's so cool. And these three are my favorite. We got this one right here, which is just amazing. Oh, it's so cool. I would show you them wet so you can see the banding, but we're gonna do some polishing in this video, so I will wait. That way we can see the wonderfulness at the very end together. And then this right here is probably my favorite one. Look at that beautiful, beautiful blue tones. Oh, it's so cool. It's so pretty. Look at that druzy. I think this is Tampa Bay material. I don't know. Anyway, specifically I'm referring to that really dark stuff. I've never seen that red before in it. That is so pretty though. Then these two, undoubtedly my favorite. So we got this one right here. Doesn't look like much on the outside. Bam! Look at the quartz crystals. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. I was really not expecting that. It's so nice. And then this one's my favorite. Look at that druzy. There's just so much druzy. Oh, it's so nice. So yeah, we're gonna have to polish these as well. Okay, so here's the rest of what we're doing today. And I've rattled these around, and these are incredibly hollow, or like this one. I mean, you can literally hear a jingle in there, which means there's gonna be a nice hollow, which I don't know if that's gonna turn into druzy or just those cool botryoidals, but I mean, there's no losing. Either way, it's gonna be amazing. This one is crazy. It's so nice, and it came out really well. Look at that. It's more clear than the rest of them, which I find interesting, but it's super pretty. All right, now these three are probably my favorite I've cut all day. Now we've got this one. Look at the color and the botryoidals. It's so nice. I can't even believe it. The stripies and the blue. Oh man. On one side we have a beautiful, perfectly white botryoidal pocket, and then on the other side we have a druzy filled void, pure black. How cool is that? I love that. It's like a perfect half and half. I love it. That one is absolutely getting polished. And then that brings us to the last one, which is probably the biggest I can force on my saw. I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. Look at that thing. It is so nice. Amazing bubbly texture, amazing color variation. Then you zoom in on this one and look at the bands. It's crazy. Oh, it's so nice. All right, well, I think that's all the cutting we're gonna do today, mainly because I wanna save some just for me to play around with later. A, and B, I have more big ones that he gave me, but I think this is the biggest I can cut on my saw. So maybe in this video we'll take a field trip, if you know what I'm saying. But I don't know if said person who we'd go to see on said field trip is available. All right, so as you guys saw, I may have mentioned it in the video. I actually don't remember at this point, but we had a few that were too big for me to cut on my saw. I'll show those in a second. So I messaged Kim and asked if we could come feed Drogon, and she said, yeah, come on over. And she's such an awesome person, she's not even here. She's at work and just sent us over. So yeah, huge shout out to Montana Rock Mom. Go subscribe to her channel if you haven't already. She's awesome. All right, so these are the ones that were too big for my saw. I actually don't know if I'm gonna cut this one. It looks like it's mostly those tubey polyp things, but they're all filled with druzy, but it looks like the majority of it is that matrix material, so I don't actually know if that's going to be worth cutting or if it's more worth it to just leave it exactly how it is. I haven't made up my mind yet. These three for sure are worth it. But first, before we do that, from that video where we went and hunted for those calcite clams, you may remember we found 3 whelks. Actually, we found like 4 or 5, but the other ones aren't worth cutting. These, though, are very much worth cutting, and they're crazy when you cut them open. So I think before we get into the corals, we're gonna cut these open. Oh my god. gosh, you guys, this is so cool. So, Whelk shell. Boom. Look at all that calcite. Oh, that's so cool. Looks like it's filled in with some sediment, so I'll get this rinsed off back at the shop and we'll get another close-up, but that is gonna be so pretty. Oh man. All right, so that one's done. So let's do this one now. Should be pretty cool, I think. I'm hoping. All right, that one's done. It's not quite as nice as the first one, but it's still pretty sweet. I mean, regardless, this side's gonna look way better once I get it cleaned out. It's just got a bunch of silt in there, but yeah, it's pretty dang cool. I think I can be happy. Okay, so that one just came out and it's super cool. But I figured instead of getting my, you know, oily gloves off and on multiple times, let's just get this one loaded up. I've decided, based off of Alexis's suggestion, that we're gonna cut it this way. I'm going to show you guys that one in a second, but again, my hands are already oily, so let's get this one loaded in. I'm thinking we're going to cut it like this way. Oh, I'm out of frame. There we go. Like this. Oh my gosh, you guys. That thing is gorgeous. Look at that. It's so pretty. Alright everybody, well, we are done. I decided I'm gonna leave this one raw and prep it. And then if I decide to cut it later, we can always do that. So yeah, I think these came out really well. This one was a little disappointing. But, you know, I was right to begin with that it was probably gonna be empty space. I don't know why I went ahead and cut it anyway. But anyway, we know now. So, a lot of these have really nice big pockets, like this one especially, but it's actually filled with sediment. So let's get back to the shop. We're gonna get these all cleaned off. I think these are gonna show way better crystals than we can see at the moment, and we might polish these ones. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I actually don't know how long this video is at this point, so Alexis really has been trying to go out of her way to show you those socks. So also, before we leave, I gotta say, huge shout out to Montana Rock Mom for letting us come over and cut rocks when she wasn't even here. So yeah, if you haven't already, go subscribe to Montana Rock Mom. Awesome content, and she's just a gem of a person. And we'll probably be back here pretty soon. All right, so here's the pile that I have plans to polish. I'm probably gonna polish all of them at some point, but for today at least. Again, I'm probably not going to get through all of these in this video because that's probably going to take forever, but yeah, these are the candidates. Alrighty, everything has been polished. So, that being said, we are going to get close-ups. But first, yeah, we're going to have to polish this. Like, I just have to. I've been wanting to see one of these polished for so long, so let's do it. Alrighty, and with that, we are done. We have cut all of the ones we're going to cut, and we have now polished all the ones that I had planned on polishing. So, I guess let me just grab out some of my favorites, and we'll get some close-ups. It's just crazy. It's amazing. we got this one, which I love. It's so cool. But the cool thing about it is when it's wet, it's still kind of wet, so I don't know how much it's going to transform at the moment, but when it's wet, some of that white actually turns blue. And I don't have an explanation for why it's doing that. But that being said, I think I might apply a mineral oil coat to this just so that it stays blue, because that is so beyond cool. And then we got this one. Incredible druzy specimen. This one is one of my favorites for sure. That even continues down there. Also, you may notice that there's still some scratches in these. Yeah, I was getting impatient. We will probably redo all of these on my own time anyway. When I get my 3000 grit lap and my 220, I was just getting real impatient. I really wanted to see what these look like. This one's one of my favorites. Perfect white bubbly pocket over here and a perfect black druzy bubbly pocket on the other side. It's so cool. And then these two. Which, yeah, I didn't even bother finishing these two because I knew that I was going to need to go back with the 220. Because, yeah, as big as these were, this was going to be a monumentally long time to complete those on the 325. It's so nice. There's so much bands and pockets of goodness. But this one absolutely has to be my favorite. First, I mean, just look at the outside. It's so clearly a coral. Like, there, you could see that and know for a fact that it's a coral. But it gets better, because when you get inside of it, it's got that amazing color. And bands. Like, there's actually really nice bands in there. So we'll probably polish this at some point. But it gets even cooler. I accidentally broke it on our way home. And I was very upset about it. Until I moved the piece that broke. And yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's probably our nicest one, honestly. That thing is amazing. The moment I found these, I was so excited to cut one open. So yeah, you've got a nice calcified Whelk shell like this, and then you open it up. Bam! Look at that. They took a great polish. This one especially, though, has just amazing crystals in there. Like, that pocket just keeps going and going. It's so nice. Alrighty, well, there you have it. This is an amazing pile of just absolutely beautiful stuff, and I'm thrilled with it. So, huge, enormous shout out to Derrick. You did not have to send me all this stuff, but I thank you so much for it. This is some of my favorite material on the planet, and I will cherish it forever. Alrighty, well, that is going to do it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. This stuff is just crazy. I could work with this stuff all day long, and yeah, after getting to see so many pieces up close and personal, it might be at the top of my bucket list right now to go hunt for this stuff. It's crazy. It's so cool. Again, enormous shout out to Derrick. Dude, thank you so much for this. I will return the favor, I promise. If you guys all want to go show Derrick some love, go find Derrick the Discoverer on Instagram. Let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite. No idea. For me, usually I have an answer, but this time, no, I have no idea. Oh, they're all amazing. Speechless. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll have another one out very soon.